I know we've only known each other for 4 weeks and 3 days, but to me, it seems like 9 weeks and 5 days.
All my passionate plant people and garden enthusiasts. Welcome to the Let's Get Growing show here on the Urban Gardener channel. It's the Sunday edition of the Let's Get Growing show right here on the Urban Gardener channel. I'm Enoch. I'm your host today, and we've got a really, really fun show for all of you today. That's right. It's another one of our community shows. That's right. This is where you all are the guests. That's right. You right now, don't look around, not anybody else. You, absolutely, you're the guest today here on the show. So hopefully we've got a lot of great awesome guests who are going to be willing to join up with us here as we get moving along here later on in the show. We're going to do again, this is our community show. It's like a call-in radio show in a way. I'm going to share with you all today's show link just a little bit later on here in the show, and you all can come in and join with us, get into the backstage here and line up and come and hang out with us for a few minutes and talk about what you've got growing on. We love to be able to do this periodically throughout the growing season here on the show. So again, today's going to be another fun chance for all of us to get to meet each other, to get to know each other just a little bit better, put some faces to some of the names that we see in the chat with us each and every week. So again, this is a great fun audience show. So I hope you all come and join along with us and participate. I'd love to see some new faces today on our community show as well too. So definitely wait just a little bit here, and after we get done with our In the Garden segment, we've got a great In the Garden segment coming up from our good friend Mark Boucher Colbert today. So we'll check that out here in just a little bit, and after that I'll share with all of you our show link, and then you guys can come and join me. And that's right, we also got a co-host for our community show coming up here in just a little bit, our good friend the J-Bot joining with us as well too, to hang out with all of you. And yeah, so again, hopefully we see some really great new faces, but hopefully we get to see some of the faces that we're used to seeing too as well right here on our community show. So stay tuned for that coming up here just a little bit here on the show. Also too, roll call coming up here in just a couple of minutes. This is also another chance for you to get in and get a little shout out. Let us know that you're here with us today. Let us know what you've got growing on. Let us know where you're growing from, all of that sort of stuff. And we'll give you a shout out here in just a few minutes as well too. So love to be able to see who's all with us today. Again, that's what makes doing these live streams so much fun, is to get to hang out with all of you here on the show, and each week, through the chat and everything too. But I really love these community show days where we get to hang out together, face to face even, so yeah, can't wait here coming up here in just a little bit as well. So here at the top of the show, let's go ahead and do this real quick. If you are here with us, definitely click the like button. If you haven't yet done that already, click the thumbs up, hit the bell or the subscribe and the bell notification so you can be notified of all of our upcoming live streams right here on the Urban Gardener channel, as well as share with all your friends and let them know about the Let's Get Growing show as well too. So definitely do that. Let them know that we are here, your 3-day gardening talk weekend right here on the Let's Get Growing show. 3 days of awesome guests and awesome conversations about what we all love, our gardens. So come and join with us for a 3-day gardening weekend every Saturday and Sunday right here, same time, 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern. and also with our green room on Monday evening, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, for the green room with Natalie from the Fresh Princess and I. We've got a great show coming up for you tomorrow night as well too. We'll talk about that coming up here just a little bit later as well too. And here, let's give a big, huge shout out to all of you who are watching us on the replay. Team Replay in the house. Thank you so much for joining with us here on the show as well on your time. And definitely, like I always say, get down into that comment section there. Let us know you're here, just like all of our folks who are doing for our roll call coming up here in a minute. Definitely get into the comments. Let us know you're here. Let us know what you got growing on and how the growing season's going, or just drop in and say hi. I love to hear from all of you in the comment section. So thank you so much for doing that. And for all of you who are here with us, you can drop in your questions and comments throughout the show. And especially for some of our guests, which again are you. So if you got any questions for any of our guests while they're on here with us, this is a good chance for all of you to, ask questions of each other right here on the show. And again, it's a good chance to get to meet everybody we get to see here in the conversation each and every week on the show. So thanks everybody for being here. Also want to mention too, follow all the links in the description for everybody who's here with us, to all of our wonderful contributors to the Let's Get Growing show. We are, I just started this thing, a few years back, and just myself and it's been growing into this really awesome thing where we've got so many just wonderful people, like our good friend Mr. NBC, who's been with me since the very beginning, since we started. Having NBC, Paul from Guten Gardening, David, Bowtie David with us, from our In the Garden segment. We got our Grow What You Eat segment on Monday, Shawnee, Robin Gardens, Katrina from Sow and Tear. We've got awesome contributors and folks who are doing all sorts of stuff. We got Brandy doing our trivia for us each and every Saturday on the show as well too, doing an awesome job with that. We've also got not just Brandy, but I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. If I am, I'm sorry. I'm trying to think of all of our other contributors, but anyways, links are down below in the description to all these wonderful people who do some cool stuff for us here on the show with us. So thank you so much. And thank you everybody who's here for going and checking them out and checking out their channels and subscribing and doing all that, because that's real good community support. And I love that about what we're able to do here with the show and connect everybody, not only with all of this really awesome conversations and guests that we get here on the show. I mean, I'm telling you, you're not going to find the type of variety of discussions and guests and people that we get here on our show anywhere else out there. And, it's really awesome, to be able to have that, but also, to be able to have this community and that we were able to build here around the show as well too, connecting all of our other communities together here, too. This is one of the things I really kind of dreamed about in a sense with this show, was that we were able to really connect with the community and do some really cool things where it would not just highlight myself. I didn't really want it to be the star of my own show in a sense, you know what I mean? I wanted to be the type of show or channel as well too, originally starting with the channel to be kind of a community hub in a way where I could do my best to connect with those people out there in the community and tell their stories and show and highlight what they do and how they garden and grow and all that sort of stuff, and therefore kind of creating and connecting through the community that was so supportive of me and helped me grow so much when I was first starting to get gardening and growing my own food and doing all that sort of stuff. So hopefully that really, that story, kind of tells itself throughout what we do here on the show, each and every weekend and all of that. But again, we got awesome people. I thank you all of our great contributors for everything that you do here on the show and helping us out and everything too. So definitely, again, check out those links below. And real quick here, before we get moving along though, too, I don't know if everybody can hear. I just mentioned this once too. Right now, I've kind of got some neighbors' dogs are kind of going off, and so they're kind of part of the show right now. If you hear all of that in the background, maybe they'll quiet down a little bit. I hear them a little bit more, maybe more than you do, but just to let you know there. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I got my team jersey on today. Our friend yesterday on the show. If you didn't get a chance to see our show yesterday, we had a really great show yesterday. We had Mike McGrath on with us, and Mike had his team hat on yesterday. It kind of made me think and kind of inspired me again. I always like to give tribute to my team. But if you didn't get a chance to check out yesterday's show, though, go back and check that out. Mike is such a fun conversation. I don't know if the right word is cantankerous or that at all, but he's really fun. He's got a great attitude, and has just an amazing career in gardening. That he's a lifetime of just doing some really awesome stuff in television. Editor-in-chief of a magazine, radio career with the You Bet Your Garden NPR radio show that he's been doing for years, and just a really awesome storyteller, and talks all, just love the conversation with him. It was really great. If you didn't get a chance to check that out, go back yesterday and check that out, as well as we got to meet Noel from Homestead Culture as well too for our Are You Following Me yesterday. So that was a really great show yesterday. So if you didn't get a chance to check that out, you want to go back and be team replay and go watch that, and then jump in the comments and let me know that you were checking it out as well too. But I decided to put on my jersey today and represent my baseball team, as I do each and every year anyways. And I was thinking, as I saw Mike, I was like, I never got my jersey out. And I was like, well, it's a community show today, so perfect time to don the jersey and give my support to my baseball team, which, as I was mentioning to Mike yesterday as well too, is I love the correlation between two of my favorite things, gardening and baseball. That we get these new seasons every single year. The spring brings about just some really awesome hopes and dreams and all of that, whether it's from our garden and into life through our baseball and all of that too. So again, I just really love the sport and have since I was a little kid, just like I've loved plants and growing and gardening and all of that. So it's fun to take a moment to kind of celebrate both of those, and kind of hope the best for our seasons and our teams out there. That's a great thing about gardening and baseball, is that we get to grow and play season by season. And as we know, some seasons aren't the best, and don't go as well as we want them to, and some seasons are just really, really amazing, and we grow these just really massively bountiful gardens. And similar to baseball, sometimes it doesn't go as well, and then sometimes you're off into the playoffs. But the one thing is that you get season to season, so if it doesn't go very well, there's always next year as well. And if you do well and you go and win a championship, there's always next year to go and to defend that championship, or at least hope for the best garden season that we can again for the next year. So I love the correlation between the two. So again, hopefully your favorite teams out there have a great season as well. So right on, everybody, let's go ahead and I know I'm kind of running on here just a little bit, but I want to jump in and say hi to everybody real quick here for a real quick run through right here on a roll call.
My name is Kevin. Yeah. That is my name. Yeah. They call me Kevin. Yeah. Because that's my name. Roll call.
Okay, roll call time to see who's here with us today. So let's go ahead and jump into the conversation here going on. And if you haven't had a chance to yet, jump on in there and let us know where you're growing from, what you've got growing on, all of that good stuff. I love to hear and see where people are at and or where they're joining us from. Is really awesome to see where people are joining us from all over the world as well too. Definitely starting with our good friend Jay joining us up from in Canada, up in Midwestern Ontario. We got our friend Jay, the J-Bot. We'll see Jay coming up here in just a little bit here on the show. The fun thing about doing a community show is we get to have Jay as a co-host with us here too. So we'll talk with Jay here in just a little bit right here on the show, as well as Joe joining us from Muddy Puddles Farm. Awesome to see you. And again, hopefully maybe, we're saying hi to everybody here, but maybe we'll get the chance to say hello in person with our community show today. But again, like I said, from all around the world, we got Joe joining us from Cornwall, UK. How awesome is that? And then down in the Emerald Coast of Florida, our good friend David from Bowtie Life joining us here, Destin, Florida. Just awesome to have you with us here, David. Thank you so much. We've got Michael joining us here from Alabama, Zone 8A. Great to see you. Howdy, Michael. Awesome to have you here with us today. And as well, our good friend Will, Big Will Dog in the soil with us today. Great to see you here. Said wanted to drop in early to say hi. He's picking up some manure for compost. Right on. But we'll be home in a bit to jump on for the show. Excellent. Well, hopefully you get some good compost there for sure. Janet joining with us here on the show. Excellent. Great to have you here with us, as well as right on. Oh, our good friend, man, joining back up with us here. Community show. Again, this is a community show. This is up for anybody. So if you want, we got our friend Down Home Backyard Gardening. He was on with us for a Monday evening show. So good to see you here with us today. He says, I made it, excited for the show. Exactly. These are fun shows. This is a really great show. It's awesome to be able to get a chance to hang out with everybody and do these kind of live call-in type community shows that we do here, and get a chance to see everybody who joins with us in the audience with us live here. EE2201. Good afternoon, everyone. Good to see you here. Thank you so much for joining with us on the show. We've got Texas Organic TV with us as well. Right on. I'm seeing some cool names here for our community show, so hopefully we'll see some new faces. Like I said, we'll share with you our show link here in just a little bit, and you all can jump on with us in the backstage and come and join with us live for a few minutes and say hello to everybody in person. We got Eddie. Everybody say hi, Eddie. We got Eddie with us here from North Alabama. Great to have you with us. And Chad joining us, Spring, Texas, Zone 9B. Awesome. Michael, North Alabama, Mountain Zone 8A. And 7B, warm 87. Yeah, it is nice and warm. We've got our good friend joining us from right up the road here from me here in Southern Oregon, up in Central Point. My good friend Adam joining with us here in the chat. Maybe we'll see some faces later in the show. I'm teasing everybody right now, but I'm hoping to see lots of folks here for us. Our community show coming up. Dusty Flats in the conversation. Gloomy, windy day in Wisconsin. Almost have a low tunnel set up for brassicas. Storms for several days this week. We had some storms rolling in yesterday. After the show was over, we were having our little after show hangout, and it really, the thunders just started rocking the house here yesterday, and got dark outside, and the hail started coming down and everything. I was hoping, we kept the power, but after what we had last year happen on the show, I was getting worried there for a minute, because it was getting pretty stormy out there. We've got Outlier Gardener. Awesome to see you here. Great to have you here with us today. hello to you. Hello. And again, hopefully we'll get to see some folks later on. Serena joining with us. How are you doing, cousin? Great to have you here with us. And back home, backyard community is the best part. That is right. That's right. We love the community. That's what our show is all about. This is a show for the community. This show, the Let's Get Growing show, every single weekend is for you, the community, every one of you. I do all of this so that we can share all these awesome conversations and gardeners and guests and all of the sort of stuff we do so that we can share with you, the community, but also be able to share with the community as well too, with like community shows like we're doing today. Growing with Stella, thanks for being here today. Awesome to have you here for our community show today. I love seeing everybody here. Guten Gardening, good afternoon from where I am. All right. Great to have you here with us. Just cleaning up some of the garden, but the soil is wet. We have to tread lightly. Yeah. I know it's pretty wet out there right now for us. Gardening at home. All right, with Cherie. Hi, Enoch and chat. I'm listening in the background while I work on garden chores. Yes, I love it. I love it when you guys do that too. You get on here, get the show going on, and have it sitting there while you do all your transplanting, your seedlings, or doing whatever other things that you got to do for your garden. It's awesome. Excellent. We got Rob joining with us here too. Maybe we'll get to see some new faces in our live chat coming up here in just a minute too. And really just a few minutes. We got one other thing we got to do here as well. Adam says his power went out yesterday with the storm. It was insane. Yeah, it was really crazy. Our guest is from the area as well too. So afterwards we were talking, and when the storm was really hitting, he was hearing and having the same thing going on as well too, and hearing that. So yeah, that was just really crazy storm that came through, and it was really kind of something how it just kind of all went dark too out there. And it was pretty wild. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for being here with us today. We got a really awesome community show. Again, few more minutes. We've got our friend Mr. MBC for In the Garden coming up here. He's got a great In the Garden segment for all of us this week. And then when we come back here after our In the Garden segment, I'll share with all of you our show link, and then you guys can start joining with us in the background, and we'll start popping you on and having you on for fun conversation for our community show. It's right on again too. Just love these shows. I love. I see. We got lots of great folks here with us today. So again, thank you all for being here with us. I really appreciate having you here. It's what this is all about: having and enjoying and sharing with this community here. And really appreciate you guys taking your time to be here with us this weekend. So stick around and enjoy Mark's In the Garden segment here, and we'll be right back in just a few minutes and get this community show going. All right, we'll see you in just a few.
Hey guys, I'm Mark Boucher Colbert, MBC. You're in the garden with MBC. Let's get right into this. It is spring. We are overwhelmed in the garden right now. We're just about to be, if not quite overwhelmed just yet. But one of the tasks that is upon us, at least upon me in my spring gardening, is potting up tomato transplants and peppers and tomatoes. Got a lot of those. And as you can see, I have sown them very thickly in a variety of different size pots, but let's just call them 4-inch pots because most of them are in 4-inch pots. So I've got, maybe 50 or 100 in each of these pots, way too many to continue the journey. It is also still too cold outside. Now, we don't get the punishing cold in the Pacific Northwest that other parts of the country have. But that doesn't mean it's perfect for peppers and tomatoes in March or April. In fact, it's not. I'm going to be putting these out sometime. The tomatoes maybe in May, early May is probably going to be right for them. And the peppers, I'm sometimes going to wait till mid to late May, if not early June. But they need to get into something bigger right now, something roomier for their roots. And a lot of times I will be transplanting tomatoes and peppers into individual 4-inch pots. So in other words, I'm taking one of these that has 100 tomatoes, and to transplant all these, if I really want to transplant them, I need about 100 of these. That starts to take up a lot of room. And I'm going to just give you a view over here. I'm sitting at my school garden under one of our next to one of our light banks, and you can see it's pretty crowded under there. The real estate is already pretty crowded. So I've got to come up with a solution where I can help these tiny little starts get more soil and yet not overwhelm my capacities in my small greenhouse and under my lights. And one of the ways I found to do that is the soil snail method. Now, I think I did a video on this last year because I had just discovered it, was really excited about it. A soil snail is simply a piece of non-porous material. I really like this rubber pond liner, but I'm going to do one with a double folded tin foil or a tri-fold heavy duty tin foil. Also, any kind of material that doesn't have pores that roots could grow through, because ultimately you want to be able to roll and unroll this and pull plants out without having them cling to the material itself. I really like about a 6-inch wide strip that's 2 feet long. That's what I found. I've done some different sizings, and about 6 inches by 2 feet works really great. So here I have some old rubber pond liner, perfect material. I love this stuff. It's UV stable. So basically, I think last time what I was showing is you roll this stuff up, and I'm going to make one, but essentially you make like a cinnamon roll out of it. And then there's soil in between the layers, and you just drop your seeds in there, grow your starts that way. You of course have it elastic on both sides, and it's a really wonderful method. But what I found is that it's also great for potting on. That's been the surprise of this year, that I've been able to do transplants in this using the same basic idea. So let's review just how to make a soil snail in general. And then that will save you all these pots. I got a coconut fiber pot too. I plant in a lot of these, but whatever kind of pots you're using, they take up tons of space. I just don't have the space. I need to give my starts more soil without taking up a huge amount of space. And let's just look at this for a second. Here is a soil snail that I have potted up with, about 40 tomatoes. So essentially, in some of my pots, this one is pretty heavily sown. Sometimes I've put only about 40 seeds per pot. So I might have taken one of these pots and expanded it to this. So I really haven't taken up much more square footage under my lights, right? This doesn't have much bigger of a footprint than this does. So it's super easy to then just put them back under the lights, knowing that I have given them a new lease on life and they can continue to grow for a good number, 3 weeks or so. Now this soil snail with these potted up tomatoes, I can put outside of my greenhouse eventually, start to harden it off, which is to adjust it to the conditions of outside, both the light and the temperature. And then I can unroll this and just pull or cut the seedlings from the matrix in there, soil matrix that is, and then I can plant them directly in the ground. So this really is a final stage toward garden planting. I don't need to pot them up again once they're in the snail. Let's do these poblano peppers. Peppers and tomatoes are going to be treated pretty much the same way. So what have I got here? I've got my piece of fabric. I've got a tray and a trowel. I like to use this trowel. We're going to mix up the soil in a minute. I've got a bucket of soil at the side, and I've got a bucket of water. Let's first prepare the seedlings. So I'm going to take these guys out, and peppers and tomatoes are pretty easy to reroot. They have a rooting power. They often generate additional roots from their stems. So I'm not worried about disturbing their roots. So to make it easier to separate, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this whole chunk. I'm gonna cut off about 2/3 of the roots, believe it or not. I'm just gonna do a kind of severe root pruning. Just getting right down to business here. Okay, so now I have a chunk here. I'm gonna just compost that eventually. I have some peppers here and with a shallow root system. I'm going to reach over and grab some water. Let's get some water here from my water bin. Okay, I've got a water bucket here, and I am going to soak those pepper roots a little bit and just start gently massaging. Obviously, I might normally want to do this in a slightly bigger thing, but the soil is falling off perfectly. I'm just massaging the roots in the soil a little bit to get most of that soil to come off. That's going to allow me to start taking this clump apart into smaller clumps, much easier than if I had the whole root mass. All right, that's all I need the water for. Oh no, I'm going to need that water again, so I'm going to hang on to it. All right, once I start to do that, here's what I can do. I'm going to mix up my soil. And so here's my bucket of soil. I'm going to put a few shovelfuls of soil on this tray. How about we do 3? And then for the soil snail, I'm going to mix some additional water in there. That's the stuff I just did, my pepper roots. I want a kind of nice muddy consistency. That's what I'm looking for. Here's where the trowel comes in handy. Mix that all up. Yeah, get it nice and muddy. Almost as if I'm gonna do like a mortar mix on a bunch of bricks, right? Okay, let me set this to the side and I'm gonna roll out my snail material. Okay, here we go. And then I am going to put a layer, maybe a 1/2 inch thick, just right on there. I'm just going to pile it on the material, the whole length of, the whole 2-foot length. Pretty much just right even. So here, this trowel is perfect because this is what it's designed for. It's designed for spreading things, mortar specifically, in a layer, which is exactly what I want to do with my soil. So perfect. Okay, we got that all taken care of. A nice even layer, you know, about yay thick. What is that, about 1 inch? Or you can even do a 1/2 inch, whatever seems to be right for you. Tamp it all down. Okay, now watch how easy this is. I start removing my peppers carefully. So I find them ones at the edge of the clump, and take them out with a little bit of roots. Then I'm going to lay them down sideways so that the greens just stick out, like as if this is my layer, the edge of my soil snail material. I'm gonna let the greens hang out and all this lower part is going to be on the soil. So let's just do that real quick. So we're just literally like gently yanking them out so we protect the stem and make sure we have some roots. Gently pulling them out and lining them up close together. Right? They're going to have, even though they seem close together in the soil snail, they're going to have way more room for growth than they did in this tight clumping in the pot. So it's all a win. If you happen to damage a stem, don't use that one, okay? We don't want broken stems. If the pepper start seems really stunted or really weak, just discard it, compost it. The nice thing about sowing a lot of seeds together is then you have a choice in what you pot up. So we've got a few more here. I've got about 30. I can squeeze in about 30 onto a snail that's 2 feet long, very comfortably. All right, now here comes, see if I can show this a little better. I'm going to change the direction of it. And then we're going to start to roll it. So you can see the peppers just kind of hanging over the edge here. Now I'm going to start to roll it up from here and proceed just like kind of a fruit roll up or a cinnamon bun. If I'm just laid down my cinnamon and sugar layer, I'm going to roll up the dough. You know, I'm rolling, pull it a little bit toward me. rolling. Now there's going to be some soil that spills out the end. Okay, I grab the end of it. Now here's the challenging part. If you have a friend, somebody who can come to your aid at this moment, you're going to put an elastic band on. But if you don't, that's why I like this 2-foot length, because it doesn't get too wide. The longer, of course, you have the roll, the more soil there will be, and it will get wider. I can kind of manage with my hand size and kind of looping it over one end. Put however many elastics will hold it firm. Like, these aren't really the best elastics, so I'm going to put 4 of those. Okay, let's put 4 of those. Oh my gosh, I like how this is happening. All right, we're almost finished. Now the problem with the bottom is sometimes a lot of stuff falls out, and when we set it up in a tray, you want some good continuity between the bottom and the rest of the soil, because that's what's going to help wick water up. So I'm going to take my trowel and just apply a layer, kind of pat it in to make sure I've got a good connectivity. And now look at that. I have just potted up these plants using this soil snail method. The last and very crucial step is to make sure I have a tag. Oh, that's not the right tag. A tag, oh, where's my tag? Oops. Here it is. These are poblano peppers. So great for grilling and getting that nice smoky salsa. I'm gonna stick my tag in the side, kind of deep down, to make sure it doesn't fall out and I have it well identified. So look at that. Out of this one pot now, I have a lot more starts here. I'm probably gonna make 2 more of these snails, but each one of them will give me about 40 peppers. I expect them to grow quite big in this. They'll stay indoors for a couple more weeks, and then I'll move them out to the greenhouse. But these things are going to be field ready in about 5 weeks. So 5 to 6 weeks, and I won't have to pot them up again. These things grow plants remarkably well. I don't know if it's because of the height of the column or what, but starts just seem to take off in these soil snails. So this is all I'm going to have to do. These guys are going to sit tight, keep growing for the rest of the short spring season, and then about end of May, mid-May, I'll start transitioning to the greenhouse, and end of May, early June, I'll be planting them out in the field. So this, I find, has just transformed my ability to do starts. I do a big tomato sale, so I have a lot of starts. I like to grow a lot of peppers, but just am limited in terms of the space that I can keep them going indoors and or in a small greenhouse outdoors. So this really conserves space, but gives them a big boost in terms of their growth ability from the single pot. And I found it really super successful. I always like to credit this method. I found it on the Instagram account of a woman named Farida Sober, S-O-B-E-R, F-A-R-I-D-A. I think her at Farida Sober, at F-A-R-I-D-A-S-O-B-E-R. She's got a lot of examples, mind-blowing, eye-popping examples of how this thing works. I hope you'll give her a follow, and I hope you try this soil snail method, not only for seeding, like you could just direct seed right in the top, as I mentioned, but for transplants and potting up, it can really save you a lot of space. All right, enjoy spring. It's a busy time. I know that may be a contradiction in terms. Spring can be tough, can be stressful, but as gardeners, we just got to get out there and do it. We know we're going to enjoy the rewards later on. Enjoy all the tasks. Try to be present to each one while you're doing it. And I hope you do get to try some seed snails for your potting up. Take care. We'll see you in the next time in the garden with MBC.
Ivory Organic was founded on the gardening concept of whitewashing, simply lightening your plants to better tolerate weather extremes, transplant shock, and so much more. Such a valuable gardening practice that farmers have been doing it since BC times. However, in recent years, most research has been caring for plants and trees using latex and tar-based products which are designed to last 100 years but fall off your plants within 1 to 2 years as your plants grow, contaminating your garden soil indefinitely. Available in colors white or more natural looking colors such as brown, green, gray, and grayish. Ivy Organic has two general categories of whitewash products. The 3-in-1 Plant Guard, which includes 7 natural oils, including castor, cinnamon, clove, garlic, peppermint, rosemary, and spearmint, which offer insect and rodent repellent protection, and the Whitewash Oil Free formula. Both products also have diatomaceous earth in the base ingredients, which naturally offer some insect repellent protection too. As always, keep growing with Ivy Organics, and wishing you all happy gardening.
All right, all right. Now we're back at it here on the show. Thanks, Mr. MBC, Mark Boucher Colbert, for such a great in the garden segment. I mean, those soil seed snail ideas. I mean, that's just really fantastic. I mean, I love the demonstration. Mark always gives us a great in the garden segment. Definitely, like I said earlier, go and check out our links down below. Go follow him over at Urban Ag Solutions and all the other cool things that he's got growing on there as well too. So again, thanks, Mark, for another great segment. Also, I mentioned about yesterday's show, but hopefully you had a chance to go back and check out last week's shows real quick. So I'm going to run through this real quick so we can get going with our community show here. But definitely go back and check out our show with Robin Jones last week from Honey Girl Grows was with us, and Michelle from Michelle's Garden Grows with us as well too last Saturday on the show. Last Sunday on the show we had Dr. Jeff with us. Yeah, another appointment with Dr. Jeff Pierce talking about gardening as medicine, and another great conversation with Dr. Jeff on last Saturday's show. And then on the green room with Natalie and I, we had Anna from Reckless Garden and Mike from Keep On Growing with us. We had, definitely a couple of great shows last weekend. We're 3 shows last week. Really awesome shows. If you didn't get a chance to check those out, go back and check those out. And also, real quick too, I want to mention this tomorrow. We got another show as well, another green room show coming up tomorrow. We've got Gardening with Desiree from Gardening with Des will be joining with us, along with our very own Shawnee Grows. Shawnee will be joining with us in the conversation as well too. She's one of the contributors for our Grow What You Eat segment for the green room, so it'd be great to have her on the show as a guest. So you'll definitely want to come and join us for that conversation tomorrow night on the green room. All right, everybody. It's time to get this community show going here today. All right. And before we can get a community show going, we've got to have our co-host for the community show join with us here today. So real quick here, before we get everything rolling, let's go ahead and welcome to the show, the J-Bot. The J-Bot. All right. Let's welcome to the show Jay Dixon from Ontario, the lee of Lake Huron, joining with us right now on the show, facilitator,
hey everybody,
backstage producer, all sorts of everything, the J-Bot here. All right, Jay, welcome. It's community show time.
Yes, I'm excited about it. I hope some of you are too. I have been using my techniques to try to lure a few people into being part of our community, part of our show today. And it remains to be seen how successful I was or was not. I didn't put tons of work into it. I'll be honest with a lot of you. I have been unwell for a few weeks, so I'm kind of on minimal power right now. I'm doing what it takes to kind of keep things going with my part of it, but I have no extra to give, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, we got a great community show ahead for everybody today. Hopefully you all are excited too, and hopefully we got some new faces for our community show, and everyone is invited. If you're here in the audience right now, what I'm doing right now is I'm getting our guest link for everybody here. So I'm going to get this all set real quick. And I'm going to share this with everybody here in the comments. And you can take this guest link. Join with us into the backstage. You want to tell everybody what they can do, how this works here?
Okay. So basically, this is like the old style call-in radio type shows. And essentially what we're doing is we're taking this show in particular and making it yours. We're going to kind of control it a little bit, but basically the purpose of the show is to have you, the audience, be our guests, and we are thrilled to do that. We are so glad we came up with that concept a couple of years back, and it has been extremely popular. And the key thing is that we want to hear from you. We want to know what's on your mind, what's going on in your life. Mostly we're interested in the gardening end, but hey, maybe you want to discuss other things about what's going on in your life. Tell us about what some of your plans are. What are some plants that you're excited about? What some changes you're making in your garden? What are some projects you're maybe doing in your community? What's some seeds that you just got recently that you're really, really excited about? Maybe for me right now, it's about time to start pruning. I actually am just at the final end in which the window is good for my apple tree to get pruned. So I have to, quite frankly, I have to do a little bit of research so that I don't make some bad mistakes. And I can prune 20-25% of my tree to basically get it in healthier shape, better shape, more able to take to handle the weight of the apples as they grow, to have better health for bees and insects and things like that. And that's just an example of something that I'm going to be spending some energy on. The last show I did, I actually had purchased 8, which for me is a lot, 8 raised beds that I'm going to have to sort them out for the space and build them up and put them in and do what I call it adapted hugelkultur. So I guess the thing is we're all gardeners, and for most of us, this is the time of year when so much possibility is about to start happening.
Yep.
Indoor growing, outdoor growing, preparation, building structures. I mean, just so many things going on. So what we'd love to hear is from you. What's interesting to you? What's exciting to you? What makes you go, I can't wait until my whatever it is.
That's right. Whatever's growing on in your garden, we want to hear about. And here's the deal, because I see we got our good friend Rob from Rob's Allotment Gardening joining with us here. Rob's Attic. He's asking, should I click the link? And this is the thing. Yes, if you are here with us today live and you want to come join the conversation and hop in here, definitely click that link and you can come and join in. And so here's how it works. We get you in the background, you're in the backstage, and you just kind of hang out there. Kind of like I said, this is kind of like an old radio show. So you're kind of hanging out on wait there until we roll in, and we'll bring you in here into the conversation one by one. But I already see we've got a few people in the background already. So that's really, really awesome, everybody. So again, I'm going to go ahead and Bowtie is like, yes, Rob, yes, absolutely.
So yes to Rob, hooray. Yes to anyone, hooray. But
right,
before we jump right into people, I want to throw out one concept to people, is that for future shows, I would like us to consider the possibility of us maybe having a little bit of a theme to unify some of the community shows. This is This is not a rule or anything like that. But I'm just saying, potentially in the future, we might want to have a bit of a theme. And just as an example, I'm just throwing this out there for you guys to consider, because it's your show as far as I'm concerned. For example, the next show we do in 6, 8, 10 weeks, we might want to do it on, say, tools. What tools have you hated? What tools have you loved? What tool can you not live without? What can you believe? Like, I spent money on this thing? Are you kidding me? I'm almost embarrassed to show you this thing, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. So I'm just suggesting that in future we could consider having a theme. But you know what? Right now we're getting so many people in. I have to stop talking because we have so many people.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, definitely. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to. I don't normally do this, but I want to see if I can't find a way and if it'll work.
Well, maybe the first guess just alone.
I think because we never really show display names, but most of the time, I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. Maybe it will. I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, because I want to make sure we get their names up there, but we got so many in already. I don't want to have to be more busy doing that and getting that done. Anyways, thank you everybody for being here already. This is already, we're off to a wonderful start. We've got several in the backstage right now waiting to come onto the show with us. So we're going to just kind of jump right into it. We're going to definitely have to get in here. We got someone in on the show that and kind of to tease it out, just to let them know though that we've been waiting to see for a while now, and I've been teasing every time we do a community show that we've got to get on and have this person who's been along with us for this ride. I believe this guest here has been following along with this show probably since I first got it started. I remember seeing him in the audience. He's been along with us all the way through, always really just a great contributor to our live chat all the time. So let's go ahead and welcome to the show, everybody, our good friend from over across the pond, as we would say here in North America. We've got our friend. Oh, here, let's switch to this one right here. We got our friend Rob from Rob's a lot McCartney with us here.
I'm upstairs in my office.
Down in your office?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Excellent. Great to have you here with us. This is great. I'm sure everybody...
I did say I'd come on one day.
Yes, that's right. We've been teasing it for a while, right?
Can you see me okay?
Perfect.
That's all right then.
Don't change a thing. You're exactly right.
Put it down a little bit more.
All right, you go. All right, yeah, there you go. Perfect. There you go. Right on. Well, excellent. Thanks for jumping on with us for our community show today. Again, I've always love to see some new faces anyways, because we see your name all the time in the chat with us all the time and everything too. So, but it's great with these community shows to be able to see everybody's faces, and of course, we get to see you on video and all that sort of stuff. But to have you here with us live is really awesome. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for taking the time.
And I don't like to tell lies, and I do enjoy the Saturday and Sunday night shows. It's a shame Monday is so late.
I know. That was the one thing about it, was that we wanted to move it to a different time for different reasons for other people.
Well, you can't make everybody happy all the time.
I was like, but for all of our folks over in Europe and the UK and all of that, it's going to be a bit late for them.
We can't do anything about the time difference.
Yeah. At certain times of the year, though, you can do kind of closing down a pub or something, right? Late night, and then you can jump on with us.
Yeah. But then you come on
that's late at night.
Instead of 7, you come on an hour earlier last time.
Yeah.
So, Rob, did you end up having to set up in this room for us, or did you already have some kind of place where you could do this?
Well, this is my office.
Okay. Yes.
I don't know if you can see it back here, all my filing cabinet and filing and that.
Excellent.
Well, the centre of my business runs from.
Right on. Excellent. So again, it's evening time for you over there. So what have you been onto in the garden today?
Nothing, because it's been raining most of the day.
Oh, you're being washed out, huh?
Yes, we got up, stopped raining, took the dog out. We had about 30 minutes. So I got myself ready to put some more potatoes in. Just as I'm going to go out, it rained.
Yeah.
So, I dusty flats. So apart from that, when I watched, I'm just laughing at what the Wickshire Project's saying.
yeah.
And I've been watching the football.
Watching the football, huh?
And cleaning plant labels ready, because the attic is full and needs to start coming down.
Yeah.
But the weather's not allowing it.
Yes. I have the same problem here today. It's literally, I would just be soaked through constantly if I tried to go out to do anything. And I almost convinced myself to do it, but just, I don't know. I'm reaching an age and a stage where being miserable while gardening just does not sound like something I want to do.
You can't actually enjoy it when it's raining and cold. You're doing it because you have to do it, not because you want to do it. And gardening should be because you want to do it.
That's
So
right.
I did put up a thing there about questions. So Rob has been with us literally for years, and he's mentioned once or twice before that he might choose to come on and be a guest for us. So this is people's chance to ask a nice question for Rob if you have any. Otherwise, we'll just let him talk about what he wants to talk about.
Well, I can see Robin asking me a question.
How are the flowers coming along for the baskets you do every year? Any problems?
I've got some beautiful petunias.
Nice.
Begonias. Busy Lizzies. I'm growing some marigolds this year. I've never grown them before. Can't remember the name of them. And to be honest, I'm not sure if they are marigolds or whether they're marijuana plants. About this high, with no flowers on.
Oh no!
They look very suspicious.
Yeah. You never know if you get the other, right? Huh? Let's see here. Serena's asking, where is your allotment located, and how do allotments work?
Well, my allotment is 5 minutes drive from where I live. It's council ran.
Yeah.
It's £20. I only have a half plot.
So
it's £20 a year, including water.
Oh, really?
So we have rules and regulations, same as everybody else does. You know, we can't have no ponds, wildlife ponds, no fences, for health and safety, as they say.
Yeah.
So, it's good.
That's a pretty good deal, though. £20 for a whole year.
We're very lucky. Yeah. Some people not far from where we live are paying nearly £100 a year, no water, and you can't put any buildings on the land either. So you can't have a shared greenhouse, nothing. So,
okay.
It was, but and it's a good community.
Yeah.
But nowadays, it's different to what it was when I first started. People now stick to themselves instead of making a community.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask. Is what it's what it's like. Do people do activities together and stuff? As you would think a community
six of us, and we've been there. Some of them 20, 30 years. I'm one of the new ones, and I've been there 15 years. So we all know each other, but there's lots that we don't know. But we've got no reason to go on walkabout.
Right.
If you know what I mean. And if you do go on a walkabout, people want to know what you're doing.
Right.
So here's another question. This is from Down Home Backyard Gardening. How big is a plot?
My plot is 10 meters wide by 30 meters long.
Okay.
So
That's pretty good size.
Yeah, it's plenty for me and June.
Yeah.
But,
So here's Tony, Simplified Gardening, saying,
yeah.
I pay 116 pounds plus a little bit for mine, but I do have 3 full plots. Wow.
But is that £116 each plot or for the 3?
We'll have to see if he replies.
Yeah. I would
'Cause
think
if
it's
we have
for
a
the
full
3,
plot,
right?
it's £30 a year
Okay.
for a full plot. And I should be getting it, really. The OAP rate is a lot
Yeah.
cheaper still.
Mhm.
So, it's a good deal. But some councils now in UK are selling them off
Mm-hmm.
to build houses on. So,
Oh yeah. Got to hold on to those types of community things, but like you said, it's got to take people to get together and want to build and hold on to them, right?
we can only build on so much land.
So the
'Cause the more we
Wickershire.
build, sorry, Jane.
Sorry,
Oh.
I thought you were done. Yes.
30 by 90 feet western.
30 by 90 feet for us Westerners
He
here.
converted
Yeah,
for us.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all like we're all over
here.
here going meters.
Some things I do metric, but
I'm
some
not.
things-
I'm
but some
okay.
things I'm feet.
Right. I know, right?
So
I
Tony's-
see what Tony's saying now. Total.
Total.
So if that was in where our site is, for 3 plots would be £90.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. David says, Tony, you don't have an allotment. You have a full-fledged farm. What is he says? It's
198.
by
So what's that in
22 feet
meters?
each, and he has 3. Yeah, that's quite a bit of space. That's nice bit of space.
Well, ours would be similar because they used to work them out. Was it called in flags or something? And originally ours was all single plots. But then it got where people can't manage a full plot. So they came
Right.
up with the idea of cutting them in half. And
Yeah.
They do have some which is a quarter plot, which what they're calling taster plots, just to see if people enjoyed gardening.
Right. Just to get a chance to check it
Just to
out.
get a chance, yeah.
Get a feel
So,
for it.
Yeah.
The Wickershire Project. Question. Rob, when are you leaving for the weekend so I can nick your onion starts?
They're up in the attic, and when
Yeah.
we go out, the dog guards them. And I ain't telling you where the ladder is to get in the attic.
Yeah. David says next time you need to bring on June. She could tell
No,
us
she
first
would never
time.
do it.
Rob Day or a Robert Day.
She don't mind filming me,
Yeah.
but she's a bit camera shy.
Camera shy, right?
Yeah. She's never been, ever since I've known her, she's never been the girl that wants to be in the limelight, so, she don't like surprise parties and things like that.
No.
Yeah, well, Tony's is about half of what mine is.
Wow.
No, a full plot is about. I would have thought Tony's would have been wider than 7 meters, 21 foot. But anyway, 60 meters, 30 meters. So
Yeah.
Tony's is about double to what I've got. So
Yeah. Right on. Excellent.
Am I understanding that the size that they have for these allotments can vary quite a lot depending on what place and what size, and that they have, like you said, kind of like taster size, regular size, big ones?
I do believe, if I'm right, that when allotments first became very popular in UK, That was like during the war, the Second World War. A plot was like a standard size to all over. And I cannot remember what they're called. So many feet was a flag or something like that. And everybody had certain size. So nobody could argue he's got more than me. So I think, I don't know how true that is, but I think it might be.
So for those of you that have popped in recently, I'm just letting you know that today's show is a community show. This show is normally for our community, but now it is the community. And today we have Rob's Attic Gardening, Rob's Allotment Gardening. He's been a member of our group for literal years. And we've been waiting and hoping for him to be here. So we have a few people in the basement. So I'm just letting those of you who did know about Rob being here and have any questions, this is going to be one of your last chances to do that.
Yeah, last chance.
Last chance.
Yeah, for you to state anything that you would like to talk about, what's going on in your gardening life.
Nothing at the moment, Jay, because of the weather.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, same with me.
Just the weather's holding you back, but you're raring to go, right? You got starts up in the attic, you got things going on still, right?
I know I've even got tomatoes on my plants that's in the attic.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're only little baby ones, you know.
Yeah, just little tiny.
Yeah, they're called Outdoor Girl.
They want to get outside. They want to get outside, so
they are going absolutely crazy. I must have.
Robin asks, Rob, how's Joe's bacon sandwich?
Robin, the best bacon I have ever tasted at Joe's.
Oh, you know what? Here, let's do this. Let's play around here today a little bit. In fact, let's do a 2-for-1 here real quick. Because we do have our friend Joe in the backstage right now. So let's bring Joe on.
Hi, Joe.
Hey.
I'm just writing a message in the chat to say to Rob, it's first year I'm growing Outdoor Girl as well.
Yeah.
It's say I'd call me a rose between two thorns.
Oh, I'm not that spiky, Rob.
Anyway.
For those of you who are unaware, these two actually live somewhat near each other, so that Rob's actually had an opportunity to come and visit at Joe's.
Yeah, we're about 300 miles away.
That far?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice drive then, huh? Took a nice drive out there to the farm.
My bacon sandwiches are worth it, though.
Yeah, but when I get home, they're cold.
Yeah.
Oh. I did give you the frozen bacon, so you're meant to cook it first, Rob.
Yeah, Joe lives in a county called Cornwall, and we go to Cornwall twice a year on holiday. And as it happens, where we stay in a place called Trevone, which is not far from another guy, Pete, and Joe lives near Davidstow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which make a very good cheese.
And
it's just coincidence. And then last year in October, we decided to go over and meet Joe for real instead of just in comments.
Yeah. Isn't that awesome when you get a chance to be able to do that? I mean, we had our guest yesterday on the show. He lives just basically, about 20 minutes or so down the road, 25 minutes up the road here. So I'm going to have to do that and go get a chance to meet face to face, go see what they got growing at their place and all that sort of stuff. I mean, I love to be able to do this.
It's great when you meet somebody in person.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the show's great.
Nice now,
it's great to have people
as we are.
Yeah.
Instead of typing a comment and this, that, and the other. But we normally go to Malvern, which is a garden show, which is
yes, the big Malvern Garden Show, right?
Yeah, that is in Gloucestershire. So it's about 2 hours for me to get there.
Yeah,
and about 3 hours for the people in Cornwall.
Okay.
There's quite a group of us every year. Tony goes,
Yeah.
and everybody bumps
Yeah,
up
you get-
every now in different little groups.
hmm That's a
Right,
fun thing
so-
about those type of big events like that, like where I used to go to the Heirloom Exposition, or even now trying to get up to the Seattle Flower and Garden Show we have over here in the States, is that those can be like meetups. You
Yeah,
know, so
yeah.
all of us from all over the place can come and meet up at this big event and get a chance to meet each other in person, and
Yeah,
it's
you,
always
you
really fun.
can't beat it.
No, you can't.
When you have what we call, you have a good crack and laugh at
Yeah.
the joke, and everybody's happy as Larry.
Yeah. Get to see each other outside of videos and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff. What do you got to say, Jay?
Well, what I was
That's-
going to say is that Joe is sort of an alumni of our community show. She kind of
Yeah.
eased her way into getting used to the idea of doing lives and how it would happen, and we made it
Yeah.
so that it wasn't a very risky thing. And gradually, over the last number of months, Joe is fully invested in doing
Right.
weekly live streams on her
Yeah.
own channel, and she does preparation, education, information, interaction, photography, film. I mean, just like, and every week it's slightly better than the week before. Some
Yeah.
aspect of how she does it is slightly better. So I guess what I'm trying to do is to encourage some of you to consider showing up for her live stream. Now, my
Yeah.
time might be different than other people's time, but when I go to support her, right now it's at, I think, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, but it will be whatever time it is for you in Britain. And YouTube, if any of you go to her channel and subscribe, if
Is that
you,
you, Joe?
if you
Yeah.
if you mark out that show, that live stream that she does, the time will
Yeah.
convert for you for whatever is your time.
Yeah,
It's
you know,
8 p.m. for UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And
It's
Shawnee,
a minute
yeah,
now.
Shawnee's.
Yeah, what is it? 8:15 nearly now. So,
Oh, who was last week's
I have a
guest
very
on
good
Muddy
one.
Tunnel's live stream?
I listened
Robin.
to a certain live on a Monday. I only listened to it. I'm not allowed to chat on it.
Okay.
Joe knows who it is.
I do.
Tuesdays I go down the pub.
Yeah.
Who's on Wednesday? Somebody's on a Wednesday night. Joe. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
You're on
Do you
Wednesday.
do So Chatty as well?
Who?
So Chatty with Claire and Kerry?
No.
No? Okay.
So
They're
that's-
on,
you're on a
just before.
Wednesday.
I'm on a
Thursday
Wednesday.
I'm down the pub. Friday I go and listen to another stream which I'm not allowed to talk on. Saturday
theme
and
there, Rob.
Sunday I'll come here. So I've got a full week of YouTube chats really and the pub.
Good. We all love you. Keep showing up.
And I love you all, you know. So,
Yeah, no, it's always great again too, especially seeing folks like yourself, you know, who, I mean, really, I mean, as long as I almost remember, I can't even remember the first show you might have even started watching our channel. I mean, it was so early on.
I
So,
think I found
so
you
almost
by
as far as,
accident.
yeah, as far as early as I can remember seeing your name in our chat. So it's always great to seeing you here with us all the time, you know, as a long time audience member of our show too. So
I'll get a gold star then.
yeah, you got it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We need to. Yeah, exactly.
So I hate to give you the hook so soon.
That's
because
all,
it's
no
so long to
problem
get
at
you
all,
here.
Jay.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna keep talking all day
Once you-
long. I will
Yeah.
too, but we
People in
do
the
got other.
basement. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this kind of like playing around though too, and getting a couple of people together and everything.
Yep.
And too, we're gonna have to. I think as we move on to kind of keep some sort of timeline, which it is a community show. We'll see what we can do, especially if we get new people popping in as well when I share the link again. But we do got a few others who are in the background, so we'll get some more popped on here in just a moment as well too. But Rob, thanks so much for
See
taking
you,
the time
folks. See you again.
to
Take
hang
care.
out with us
I hope
and,
you enjoyed
and be
me.
a part of the
I
show and
wasn't-
everything.
I wasn't such a pain. See you later.
No, this
You're
was
brilliant.
absolute pleasure. I mean, I hope that we get to see you again down
Yeah.
the road in further community shows, and hopefully
Probably.
you feel kind of comfortable now enough to
It
be like
doesn't.
to pop
I'm all
on
right
with
because
us.
with doing
You know,
videos,
we'd love to see you
you're used
around
to
on
being
this.
in front of the camera.
Yeah, I know.
So
It's great.
Good.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
thank you
and
so
then
See you
maybe
much.
next
later.
time down the road in the next community show, we can hear about what's actually going on in the garden, and it ain't raining and flooding you out now over there. So
That'll be
hopefully you're
amazing. Yeah.
going to be able to get out and do some things. So
Yeah.
until
All right,
next
then.
time,
Cheers
thank you
again.
so much.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Thank you.
All right. Let's see here. Let's do this real quick. Joe, awesome to have you
Wow.
here. Thanks for
Yeah.
jumping in with us here. We'll just ask you
Well,
real
we've
quick
had,
how things are going on with you since we talked to you last here on the
Yeah,
show. I think
well,
last year we talked to you on the show, though, you were on with Jay, I believe, right?
I was on with Jay. Well, I was just going to say it's great being. Well, it's not great being 300 miles away from Rob, but one benefit is we had really nice sunshine today, so today's been a good day for me on the farm. Yeah, I'm doing really well. It's really exciting this time of year because everything is really exploding into life on the farm. Some of my first direct sowings of like the cooler where the crops coming up and spinach and lettuce and beets and carrots and those sorts of things all popping up. So it's really exciting. And then of course, being a small holding, all the baby animals have arrived or hatched. So it's all full tilt at the moment. And like everybody else, I'm running out of space. So Mike earlier has given me some ideas for some of the soil snails. Might be the way I go with some of my potting on.
Yeah. I mean, really great. I love the things that he he kind of expands some ideas out just a little bit more, and I like how he took that seed snail idea, really kind of expanded it out with doing some transplants to hold on to some of these seedlings a bit longer. It's really great idea. Let's see. Hi, everyone just popped in quickly. Right on. Good to see you, Sean. Thanks for being here with us here today. It's our community show. I do want to do this one more time, even though we do got some others in the audience. We're gonna get moving on to here in just a minute. But I'm going to go ahead and put this back in just to give everybody else who might be joining in with us a little bit later here an opportunity to see one of our links here, so you can jump in if you want to get in the conversation. And again, everybody who's in the background, we'll be moving on here just one moment. Joe, tell us real quick here what you got coming up. Are you doing some more? You got another live stream coming up this next week?
So I have a live stream. Yeah, I have a live stream this Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure what that is for the West Coast.
So that would be noon, I believe, for us on the Pacific Coast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And this week I'm doing a roundup, a catch up on everything. I have had the craziest month, and I haven't been able to get many videos out. I have done live streams, and I'm way behind in putting my videos out. You know, there are things that have happened on the farm that I just haven't even had time to film. So we're kind of having a catch up on everything that's going on, an update on my hashtag 1 year 1 challenge, which is being different.
Yeah.
For those that don't know,
that's another thing. We need a little update. What's a nice little update on that?
I'm attempting a whole year of just eating food from the farm, trading food from the farm. And I got into the predicament. So I went for 35 entire days. And I got into the predicament without the carbohydrates that it was affecting my health really badly. And I actually had no energy. And the doctor went, stop. So that's paused for the moment. But there were a lot of lessons learned. I am going to go again. But I'm going to go again once my potatoes, my first turkeys started to harvest, which has been a bit of a cheat. But there was such a learning curve on things like food waste, what you can forage, trading, obviously community and local partners. I have scored a massive bucket of honey. So,
Oh, yes,
so
yes.
that's good. That's good thing. So the plan is to pause for April, possibly for May as well, and then restart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robin asks update on those gorgeous lambs.
Yes, so I got 4 bottle lambs. I got 3 bottle lambs, and then the farmer phoned me, and he had another orphan, and he brought him over, and we had a rough day, but we pulled the little orphan through. He's doing well now, and they're starting to spend some time outdoors outside the barn. They would from like a few days old if they were with their mum, but obviously they don't have their mums, and there are predators about, and you know they haven't got anyone to cuddle up to and protect them, so they've been in a bit longer, but they're out every day now, on a small fenced area. But they're coming on really
excellent.
well.
Yeah.
Great.
Like what Chad was saying, down home gardening, new faces here on the show. Definitely. We got some, if you haven't been on the show before, again, I'm sharing our backstage link with everybody, like a call-in radio show. You can come join with us live here on the show. And thanks, Joe, for dropping in with us today on the show. Just really great to have you back with us here on our community show, and to get a chance to catch up with what you got growing on over there at Muddy Puddles Farm. And I can't wait to see you next time. Also, I want to mention to guests and folks who are possibly thinking about jumping on and being a guest here today that you also can use this link for after the show. For guests who are on the show can come back on after the show's over, and we have a post-show conversation for all the guests as well too, that you get to join on after the show's over as well. So hope to see you there, Joe. We'll catch you later.
Will do. Okay,
Great.
take care. Bye now.
Excellent. All right, let's go.
Move things along. Yes.
Let's move things right along here today. I just want to kind of switch up our banner here real quick for a moment there. Yes, we are a community show today. Today you are the guest of the show. New faces. I love the suggestion about seeing new faces on the show here with us today. Not quite a new face recently on the show, because this next guest was actually a guest with us just recently on our Monday night green room show, which we've been having so much fun with. It was really awesome to have him on with us. Let's go ahead and welcome him to our community show today. We got with us Chad from Down.
Hey everybody! Thanks for having me on again.
Backyard Gardening. Great to have you here with us, man. Thank you so much for joining with us on the show today. It was awesome to have you with us on the green room just a little while back ago. Great for you to jump in with us here today on the community show.
Yeah, as soon as I think it was on my show Thursday, J-Bot mentioned you were doing this today, and I sent it out. I told everybody on my show, hey, we need to come out and support you. So how could I say that and not be here, right? Right.
Well, that's awesome, man. I love it. You know, again, you do such a great job with what you do over on your channel, and bringing the gardening community together. Again, I'd love for you to explain maybe to everybody again about your videos you do, where you get all these different gardeners. I know a couple of our other guests coming on here. In fact, we might even try to bring some together here in just a few minutes, because they've been waiting in the background as well too. So, but you bring these folks together for these videos that are just all over, just basically all over, growing from different places, telling about what's going on in their grow spaces, like month to month, right?
Yeah, every month. So about a year and a half ago, I was just thinking it'd be great to collaborate with people, but how do you do that, right? Like how does someone send you a video, and how do you send them a video, and how do you collaborate? And so I was just thinking, came up with an idea, threw it out to some YouTube buddies. They jumped on board. C2C crew right there. Big Will, Angela's in here, Dave's in here right now. So everyone jumped on, and then as it's progressed, we have literally taken this collaboration from coast to coast. We have everyone from the East Coast to the West Coast, all in between, and even up in Canada. So it's just been a lot of fun. And I want to
Yeah.
say this is a community show, but how awesome is it that you're in Oregon, I'm in Texas, J-Bot's in Canada, and we just had two
Yeah.
people on from
the
England.
UK.
Like, this
Yeah.
is what YouTube community gardening is
Isn't
all
it
about.
awesome?
Like, I love this. Like,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so
And I'm
great.
always such a big champion of people doing things, as we're talking about with community gardens, allotments over there in the UK, and getting together with local community and finding the local connection you can get through gardening and all of that. I'm really a big champion of that. But at the same time, I love the very opposite of it, this worldwide connection we have through technology nowadays and how we can do this sort of stuff. It was just, once I kind of figured that out and saw that's when this show was kind of conceived or thought of. Was once it was right around COVID was going on, and I was seeing most everybody was just going to their computers to do like Zoom meetings to connect with their family and work and all these sort of aspects. And as the moment I was just seeing people kind of getting used to doing that sort of thing. I'd done like a live stream or two with my friends, Christopher Bransdahl and King Star. They'd hooked me up with this StreamYard. And once I learned about that and then saw people doing all that, I was like, oh man, we could really, and that's where this whole show and this idea was kind of thought of. And it still took a couple of years to really kind of put it all together and everything. But it's through this technology that we can connect with each other just in such a way that we wouldn't normally be able to do. And there's another thing too, which is awesome about doing this show, or like what you're doing with your videos, is there's so many amazing people out there doing and creating, these awesome gardening communicators. They're just out there doing all sorts of types of sharing of their gardens out there, and you wouldn't believe the amount of people. I mean, I've tapped in and dug in and researched and found tons of people out there doing it, and I think I've only really just barely kind of scratched the surface of the people who are out there doing and that sort of stuff out in the gardening community. So it's just really awesome to be able to bring people together, who are doing things from all over the place like you are.
Yes, sir. You had one of my buddies on a couple of weeks ago, Texas garden guy, Destin.
Yep.
Destin, yeah. Destin's a good buddy.
He's a
yeah.
really good friend of mine. And he's the one that actually got me thinking of doing the StreamYard, instead of the YouTube live, but doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can do so much with this. That's why it's so fun. You can get people on, you can meet people.
Yeah.
This community is amazing.
Yeah, it's great. And again, too, so I'm a little more creative in a sense. When I get to a thought in my head, I just start going all doing crazy with it and everything. And that's how all this show kind of developed, and the variety and how we put it together and everything. But it's so great for us to be able to have these types of technology, be able to do this sort of stuff. And again, too, the wider thing is, bigger thing is the community connection that we can do, through having all these just awesome people throughout the gardening community on with us and having these conversations. So it's really great. And I just, again, it was really awesome again to have you on our show too. Again, this for one of our green room shows. And if folks haven't seen one of our green room shows, you've got to come check them out because they're really fun. It's a little bit different than the type of shows we do on the weekend. And so it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I loved it. It was great.
I just wanted to say I've wound up being lately a regular in Chad's live streams that he started doing. He's really developed a skill and a manner that's really bringing in the audience, making people comfortable, and he's handling guests. He's getting more comfortable with all the technology every week.
Yeah.
A little bit better and a little bit better. So I want to encourage people to not just check out his website, check out his channel, his live streams,
Yep.
and also the coast to coast thing that they're going. And the wonderful thing I like about some of the positivity that can happen with gardening is it's such a practical thing, but it's also a people thing, if you know what I
Oh,
mean.
yes.
That yes, we're trying to help people grow food, grow it better, grow it in more quantity, more variety, etc., more nutrition for us, more nutrition for other people in the community. But the thing is, if you can be open to it, there's so much positive that can happen by being part of these communities, and
Yep.
possibilities keep happening every month or so, something new of oh, why don't we try this? Why don't we invite this person in? Why don't we consider doing it this way, so that it can be bigger and better to help make room for all of us, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's funny you said that I'm getting a little better. It's weird now for me being on this side because I'm wanting to reach over and tap on the comments and stuff.
Yes.
So
Me
I've got to put my hands down.
Yes. Yes.
But,
What other people here may not be aware of, but Enoch has allowed me to be basically a backstage producer. So I have
Mhm.
even more button pushing and stuff that I do during the
Yeah.
show than most people. So it's actually such a compulsion for me to do what the JBot does, trying to help people, provide information, make connections, all that kind of stuff. But also the button pushing that I can hardly
Yeah.
stop myself. Like when I cannot click buttons, it's like, what?
Yeah. I'm literally holding my hands and leaving
Yes.
leaving everything alone.
Yes.
Yeah, right on. Great to have you on here with us too. But as I was mentioning too, and I wanted to kind of start getting some folks in here with us as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
You have a couple of people who join with you on your videos you do. One of them is our friend, Will, right?
Yeah,
Let's
Big
see if we
Willie.
can't get him on with us real quick here. I kind of like this idea of joining some people together here, doing this. See, we're always exploring and doing new things with our community show each time, and finding different ways. But yeah, what a way to make some connections and have a couple of people on here with us as well too at the same time. This is really fun. Will, how you been doing, man?
Better now. I'm done moving manure. And I
That's
didn't
right.
get it
That's
on my
right.
car.
That's what you were saying earlier.
Yeah, and I didn't get none of it in the car, so I don't have to worry about my wife complaining.
Okay. How'd you like my joke when you said you were popping to do that and then taking off?
I replied back. I laughed out loud, audibly. Of course you'd say that. I didn't know you can get that close to saying that without it being blurped or deleted.
I don't know either, so I chose to go on the slightly gentle side, just in case.
But yeah, I'm good
Awesome. Yeah, right on, man. Great to have you
Better
here
you
with
than me,
us
bro.
on our community show, bringing our community together.
now. I'm surprised Chad doesn't have any kind of comments about, oh, you can be on time for this one.
Of course you can. So funny thing is
I'd say
having
there's
him
a little
as-
story behind this, I bet, right?
Oh,
I had
Lord.
him as a guest. Him and Dave Bowtie Life as a guest on my show, and Doug. I'm sorry, it was Doug for the Croc Garden. And guess who showed up late as a guest?
Croc.
Oh,
That guy right there.
that guy. Yeah.
I was
What is it?
I was
This way,
busy.
right? This
I
guy
gotta
here,
give
right?
you. I gotta
Technology was fighting him. It wasn't his fault. Things were going
Right.
really
Oh man, I'm
wrong.
telling you.
Yeah. There you go.
Technology, I cannot
His
sometimes.
internet disappeared.
funny.
Gone.
People
I
have
think
seen
it
me
took, like,
have to
2
deal with
people.
that right here on this show, man.
I think it took 2 people sending me the text messages and Facebook Messenger messages, be like, "Hey, Will, you coming?" Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right
it's all
on. So
good.
tell me, Will,
We,
about being a part of what Chad does with his videos and bringing people together. What do you call those those videos again,
The
Chad?
monthly coast to coast.
The coast to coast. That's what I was
Coast to
trying to
Coast
remember.
videos.
Yep. Yeah. Tell us about what
'Cause
it's like to be a part of that.
Well, it's kind of like, having a slave driver, because he's always sending emails sitting there saying, hey, have your
Yeah.
stuff ready.
Right. Get your stuff. Oh, really? You're good on that, huh?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
No, he's
You
not
try
that
to
bad.
you could whip people together. Yeah.
No, it's actually pretty chill.
Keep them in line.
Yeah, I think I put more pressure on myself because I see all the
Yeah.
quality video clips that everybody else is putting out. So it's just like, okay, I got to step up because I don't want to feel like I'm holding things back. I'm already the black sheep of the group.
Right.
Which don't even roll your eyes. You know that's right.
But you bring that on yourself.
See,
We've
But yeah,
basically
that's
become a family. I'm not gonna lie. There's 12 of
Right.
us, and we're a very tight knit group. And Will, you bring it on yourself, brother. We're gonna give you crap when you just
they only
ask
give me crap because they
Bowtie
know
when
I'm
you
the
bring
number
in
one garlic king in our little group.
Right.
They just don't know it yet.
That's why you're shoveling manure earlier, right?
Prepping for next year.
Soil prep for next year.
Fail to prepare, you're prepared to fail.
The manure is deep right now. It's too fun.
But like I said, it's cool.
But no, we've
like I said,
it's a lot of fun. The videos come out the last Thursday of every month, so I just ask for all the clips to be in by Monday, because that video takes me double the time to edit than any other video that I do. So
right.
And I'm
he
not
does
gonna
it
lie,
as a lot.
sometimes when I'm watching the clips, man, some of them are so doggone funny. I got to send it out to everybody to then send me in stuff that we can make fun of each other on. So
or talk behind somebody's back
never
to make
know what
little
you're gonna
clips
get.
or whatever that nobody knows about until it shows up. Which they've done that a few times.
That's the whole point.
We've got a
they're having
question
fun
here.
over there.
We've got a question from Serena to Big
Okay.
Will. What's the difference in nutritional content between compost and worm castings, and what's the best way to use worm castings?
Oh yeah, way to
Wow,
bring
that's
us
a good
back
one.
to some garden talk here for sure. Yeah.
With the compost, there's just more to it. I mean, yes, you're giving the worms your food scraps and stuff. So I guess depending on how well you feed them, but you could also feed them the compost. If you're wanting to bulk up the microbial life in it, you can just take your compost and feed it to your worms. And then if you do that, it's about on par, if you ask me. As far as what I've been basically doing is using it for starting in my seed mix, but most now, and I've almost cleared myself out of it for potting up my plants. I haven't had to feed any of my seedlings yet, and I've got almost month-old plants that have yet to need food because they've got the worm. It's like 50% pro mix and 50% worm castings. So
fantastic.
That's what I think. You could worm tea too. Worm tea in containers, like a green stock or whatever. That works.
Oh, it's my favorite go-to.
Well, I hate to give you guys the hook, but we've got a couple of other guests on, and we're going to be out of showtime very soon. I think next time we're going to end up having to either squish out some of the stuff at the beginning of the show or expand the show or something, just to give everybody their proper time. I am so glad that we've had so many people, and I'm especially glad that you two chose to step forward and be here with us. I hope you can stick around for the after hangout. But I am really glad that you did come up.
Can I say one?
Yep.
Can I make
Absolutely.
one? You should have had a versus between Chad's and mine. Pictures.
Yeah. Oh, a versus.
USMC versus Air Force.
Oh,
That's all I'm
look at
saying.
that. Look at that. Great point that out. I didn't know. There you go.
There's no versus. Let's just be
There's
real.
no versus.
There's the Marines. And
No, right here. There you go.
Oh man, I was gonna.
Who's
wear
your
all my
favorite
Astros
baseball
stuff when
teams?
I
Who's
saw
your
you.
favorite baseball teams?
I'm still a Braves dude.
You're still a Braves fan? All right. National League, I can go for that. What about you, Chad? You got a baseball team?
Man, I almost went and put on all my Astros stuff when I saw you wearing that, but I didn't.
Oh, there we go. The Astros, huh? Man.
I didn't realize wearing a
Tough
hat.
last couple of games. So we're playing the Astros right now. So
You're the polar bears, right?
I think
Jay?
so, yeah.
Jay's the polar bear.
Up there in Blue Jay Nation.
It was just the nearest hat. I saw you guys were all wearing hats, and I went, I feel left out somehow. I must fit in.
There you go. Right on, guys. Well, thanks again for joining us here for our community show. Again, it's just really again to have you guys on here, and one more shout out to your coast to coast videos, Chad. Really great job you do with the bringing the community together through those shows, and now your live streams you're doing. So good luck with all that sort of stuff as you keep moving forward. And all of that too as well. And again, just a reminder to guests and folks, we'll have our after show talk as well too. So maybe we'll see you after that as well. So all right, let's go ahead and I got to find my buttons here. Bye Chad. And let's see here. Let's go back together real quick here. Right on, moving right along here today. Got some great guests today, some new faces today, Jay. How about that, huh?
I like the mix. Awesome. I like new faces, and I like the familiar faces. I am so grateful that we have consistent people that are willing to put time and energy into being here, and that's what we're going to see next.
Yeah, time and energy to sit around and hang out and just wait in the background. So are they going to bring us on now? Are they going to bring us not yet? Are they not going to bring us on yet? No, not yet. All right. Here we go. There they are. Hey. And Mrs. Bowtie together here on the community show. Right on.
And this is for June, Rob. This is for June to encourage her, because Mrs. Bowtie has been very shy on the camera. I will also say I got an espionage here. This is some of Big Will Dog's Wiggler poo.
Oh, nice. You got perfect. Make some tea with that. Feed your garden.
Something. We're figuring it out. I'm waiting for an important thing to come up.
Yeah. There you
go. I am
so
pleased that both of you have chosen to join us, especially Mrs. Bowtie. I've been kind of slightly trying to work this for a few months now. She made a very brief appearance once, a number of months back, and I was trying to be very complimentary and encouraging, and she's decided in her own time, in her own way, to try to help Bowtie with his various gardening projects and making it available to us.
Well, I'll tell you what, on that note, like to share you a few things that have been happening, because you always ask what's going on in the garden, Chad. You're not Chad, you're Enoch.
That's right. Chad was just on.
I know. I was watching. But you want to tell what you've been working on?
Oh, okay. So the last time we were on, we were starting this project around our sycamore tree in the front. We finished it yesterday.
Looking at a live view. Is this a live view?
This is, go ahead and make that full screen.
Yeah, it is live. This was phase 1. I'm so happy with how it turned out.
Look at that.
Remember, it was just a layer of weed fabric down there, and then of course, and I wanted to highlight the geese, and we've gotten a lot of compliments on it, and it just makes me very happy. We've got tomatoes out, and we've got peppers out, and anybody who saw Bowtie's post yesterday, help, I'm dead, on all of the different channels. We did work hard, but it's really starting to pay off. So we've got tomatoes and peppers out. That's going to be for the indeterminate tomatoes and some more peppers. And then we had to fix some irrigation because we had this big, huge puddle
Oh,
And that's what that basically took it out of him.
it was terrible. It was. I had to dig through not only the dirt of my raised bed, but into the ground below. And you can take us off full screen, but into the ground below
Oh
us.
yeah. This.
And show and repair a pipe underneath the raised bed. It was a nightmare.
Oh
So
man.
I will give a mention.
Good to see
First
it's
off-
over. The nightmare's over, huh?
Yeah, that's the word. I still have to go fill the hole in. But you know, the other big thing,
Oh yeah.
some of y'all know we have the house remodel going on. This is actually the color the walls are going to be. And we're really excited because one of my absolute best friends, in fact, we did a pop-up live where I was testing some equipment, dismal failure, but somewhere in that live, you saw me hug another fellow with a beard. He's my good friend, and he is going to be taking over the remodel.
He's now our contractor.
Yes. We're another step closer.
Mid-July, we're done.
Yeah, at the latest. So, but anyway, so so he wants to start a YouTube channel, and I think we might be trading some training because he wants to do a handyman channel. And then of course, this little sign back here. Last thing I'll say, this is from our friends Juanita and David over at JD Door Signs. They are a young couple we met. They're in Panama City. They do custom signs, custom designs. I want to get a bow tie sign like this from them. But real sweet couple, kind of doing their retirement thing, and they do seminars. Hang on, where's it? Ask about our paint workshops. So they do all kinds of stuff. Anyway,
So, yeah, there's been a lot going on since we last talked.
it's been crazy. We have, and I guess the biggest thing, and Chad and Enoch both are going to be in Baker Creek on May 3rd. And
Enoch's going to Baker Creek.
Good grief. See, I did it the other way now.
Oh,
Chad and Willie.
Chad and Will are going to be in Baker Creek on May 3rd. Incidentally, I don't know.
I think we will be too, in a way, right?
Yeah. Okay.
We'll be there through you. How about that? Right.
I was hoping
another
you had gotten my
opportunity to
email.
check out and have us at another really big, cool event on all of that. We'll be talking more about that as we get closer to that time and everything. But no, this is gonna be a great opportunity for us. We're gonna have to really do something around that for sure.
Yeah, that'll be great. But we also get to see the grandbabies.
Yeah.
Yes. The even better part, yes.
Yeah, a couple of days beforehand, we're going to go see the kids and the grandkids, and it'll be wonderful.
We will be all wore out, to say the least.
All wore out, yeah, for sure. Huh?
Has Dave been Lady in the Tramping with any of the berries and wild critters? Like,
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it that I ate?
A strawberry.
Okay, the strawberry. No, there was something I ate. Oh! Speaking of Lady and the Tramping, I harvested a whole bunch of Smilax roots the other Friday, and they're supposed to be edible. And I brought them home, and we had some chicken piccata, and I thought, we'll serve it with that. Well, we boiled those roots for 2.5 hours, and they were still as rock hard as the moment I dug them out of the ground a few hours earlier. So
I didn't taste it.
I did taste it. It was
horrible.
Not palatable. Anyway.
Right. I think you hit your mute button there.
Construction material.
Yeah.
Yes.
Need construction material.
So, and by the way, Jay,
I'm sorry.
What happened was in the last group we had together, the guys all had hats on, and I don't know. I live a very odd life, so I reached over to the nearest hat that I had.
See, I don't think Mrs.
it
Bowtie
was
is familiar with that at all.
Yes.
Oh, she is.
Yes. Just a little trivia, because those of you know Dave and I each have kind of costume silly funness as part of our lives in various ways, and I'm actually going to be some kind of creature. I have to figure out which. next weekend, I think, as a food bank fundraiser. So what I do is I am a cuddly creature, and I just kind of welcome people and am kind of wayfinding about, oh, you park here, and oh, you need to find the elevator, it's here, and welcome, and oh, you donate to the food bank over here. And I do it in cuddly costumes. And last year I thought, oh, this is for the food bank. I've now got some fruits and vegetable costumes. I will do that. Terrible decision. Oh boy. People actually openly told me how much of a bad decision it was. They do not want to cuddle with a banana. What they want is like a little fuzzy something with little ears and little eyes and stuff. So I have to rethink what I'm going to be for this year. But I usually go on the Saturday and Sunday before I come and do this show. So they say to me that when I do that, I do gentle persuasion for people. I just let them know about the possibility of donating, and then no pressure or anything. I just mention it. And they say that the donations are about 5 times as much when I show up as a creature and suggest to people about how I could help them and how they could help us.
Well, I hope yours goes better than David's did.
Oh, yes. So I'll tell this story. So I played the Easter Bunny on Easter, and I was appearing. I would go out for about 10, 15 minutes at a time. And we had, I don't know how many we had, like 200 kids, 200 people or 175 people. And so I was out there the very first round, and I got out there and I was saying hi to the kids, and they were all around me and everything. And this little 4-year-old brute of a kid walked right up to me and clocked me in the nose. I mean, clocked me. I smelled blood.
Man.
And I had, in fact, cousin Bowtie Mark was my handler. And I stood up and I was like, we're done. And we walked out.
And not to deter people from costuming and doing kind, good things, but it's a factor you have to consider when you do those things. It's why you need a handler. It's why you always want to have a bit of an eye on the kids. They just have a lot of, we'll call it spontaneous energy to kind of
That's right.
like a coiled spring. And you have to be prepared that stuff happens. I mean, I've had everything from kids try to mug. Well, I won't go into the negative stuff, but there's negative things that can occur. And so you try to optimize for positivity if you can.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep. That was
well, right on. Well, thanks you guys for jumping on to be with us here today. We're about running out of time today here on another great community show, but really awesome of you to come and help us finish this up. It's always great. I know we were talking before, it's like, oh man, I know we got something great coming from Bowtie David today. He's always here for us, and what do you know, he brings Mrs. Bowtie with him along for the ride. So how awesome is that? We get to have both of you here with us for the community show.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that. And I really like the idea of the themes. A theme community show. I think that could be really incredible.
So,
yeah. We got to work on that for sure then for the next time around.
So we'd love to hear from you guys about ideas you might have. I don't want to make it overly fussy themes necessarily. Right. I want to make it so that it's not at all or a little bit, or people who want to be very involved could do the theme of whatever it's going to be for that particular show. But I'd love to have people's ideas on what we could do. I've created a list already myself because I'm like Dave, very enthusiastic with things. But, but the thing is, it's your show. So I would like to hear from you guys, your ideas.
Yes. Yes, that's right. Emphasize that. Your show. That's why we do these,
Chief list
and
maker
so
here.
that we can have all of our community together here. That's just, putting faces to the names we get to see in the chat every week. Again, also here real quick, thanks, Jay, too, and everybody else for putting the word out, too, and getting the word out and getting that. We got some new faces on the show today, so it's just really, really awesome. So again, thank you, too, for helping us finish out another great community show.
And a reminder to all of the people who have been guests, including you too, that we have an after hangout, and it's the same link, and we will provide it again.
All right. Excellent. See you all in just a minute here. Get everything all switched up. All right. Yeah. Again, another wonderful, awesome community show, Jay. Great to have all of these great regular guests, regular folks that we see in our chat each and every week. But also each and every week, we got some of these faces we haven't seen. We got a couple of new ones in on the show today with Rob's Allotment Gardening, Rob's Attic Gardening, joy with us as well as Chad from Down Home Backyard Gardening. And just really great show today. Love it.
And
I could hang out and do this all day.
And Mrs. Bowtie.
And Mrs. Bowtie too. Yeah.
Some kind of, potentially a regular contributor and stuff as well in her own ways. So we'll see how that goes. So I'd like to thank everybody who chose to step up and be guests for us today. We had so many people that we actually, it was a little tough fitting everybody in, and what a beautiful problem to have.
That's right. Absolutely. How great is that? So, all right, here, real quick. I'm going to do this while I've got you on here. We'll say goodbye together, basically. But real quick, we've got a few things coming up here on the show. We've got another show coming up tomorrow night, the Monday evening. We've got our Green Room show. Yes, that's right. Natalie from the Fresh Princess joins us as our co-host. And tomorrow night, we've got Desiree from Gardening with Des joining with us, along with our contributor for the show, for the Grow What You Eat segment, Shawnee from Shawnee Grows. So another great gardener we see in our chat every week. So come and join with us tomorrow night for the Green Room. And then again, next week, we've got a couple of more great shows coming up for you as well. Next Saturday, usually the reason why we're doing our community show today is because we had to switch things up with our good friend, Gardener Scott, from over at the Gardener Scott channel. He's going to join with us for his regular Ask Gardener Scott show, but we're going to be doing it next Saturday instead. So mark your calendars. Come and join us next Saturday for the Gardener Scott, Ask Gardener Scott, where he'll answer all of your gardening questions. And then next Sunday, on the Sunday edition of the show, it's the third Sunday of the month. That means it's time for our monthly gardening book club, and we'll have our good friend Mr. MBC joining with us live on the show for his In the Garden segment and co-host of the book club. And we'll be interviewing Emily Murphy next week for her book Grow Now. So again, you want to come join our book clubs as we highlight these really great books each and every month. And what makes our book club so cool is we've got these really awesome guests with us right here on the show, Jay. That's what makes it so much fun to be here every single week. Make sure you're here with us every week is to be here with all these really great guests. And then again, come and join us tomorrow night on the Green Room and find out who we've got coming up for next week on the Green Room. So I hope to see all of you all tomorrow night for sure. And lots and lots going on here. So let's see here. I want to make sure everybody real quick here before you head out, though. Let's go ahead and click that like button if you haven't done that yet. So let's get those thumbs up, as well as subscribe, bell notification if you haven't hit the bell yet, be notified of all of our upcoming live streams. Share with all your friends and let them know about our show. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier too, make sure you get down in the description and follow all the links to all of our awesome, amazing contributors to our show. We have some amazing, awesome people. They do some awesome stuff over on their channels. So definitely go over and check out what they've got growing on over there. But yeah, like I said, make sure you come and join with us tomorrow night. We got a really great show, Shawnee Grows and Gardening with Des with us tomorrow night for the Green Room. So I'll see all of you then.
Bye, everybody.
Take the run. See you on the flippy flops.